All right. Man, I have a game for you today.
Okay.
Remember when we played that the little Batman trivia game?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do something different. Okay. I saw another podcast do this, and I think we could get more mileage out of it if we do it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna give you a couple of movie quotes, some of the most famous movie quotes of all time, and you have to guess from what movie is it. Okay.
Okay.
Catch. The quotes are in Spanish. Can you do this or not? You down?
I'm down, but I'm going to tell you right now, I will fail. I will fail.
I just wanted to, because, like...
How many of them are there?
How about 10? Let's do 10.
10? Okay, let's do 10. I might get, like, 2 if I'm lucky.
Okay. You ready?
I'm not confident at all. Okay, go.
Alright, number 1. Te voy a hacer una oferta que no vas a poder rehusar.
Nothing.
Nothing?
I can't even guess.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Oh, chingada madre. No way, I shouldn't.
There we go.
Hey, I know the curse words.
Alright,
next.
Alright. Toto, siento que ya no estamos en Kansas.
Oh, Toto, the Wizard of Oz. That one's easy.
Good.
Include names.
Okay. Que la fuerza te acompañe.
The Star Wars?
Yes, may the force be with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. ¿Me estás hablando a mí?
Oh, you're talking to me? The taxi driver.
Good. Let's see. Te llama a casa.
Say it one more time.
Te llama a casa.
This is my house, but like, I don't know where that's from.
It's E.T. Phone Home.
Oh,
E.T.
Okay. I'm so far. Okay.
Muéstrame el dinero.
Alright, show me the money.
Yes. Good.
Was that 4?
That's 4.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tú no puedes con la verdad.
Oh, you can't handle the truth. That's that Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson movie. A Men of Honor?
It's a few good men.
A few good men. There you go.
Okay. Vas a necesitar un bote más grande.
Oh, bigger boat, Jaws.
Good. Okay. Volveré.
Ash, the Evil Dead?
No, it's I'll be back. It's Terminator.
I thought it was maybe Groovy. I was like,
Okay. Mi mamá siempre dijo, la vida es como una caja de chocolates. Nunca sabes lo que te vas a conseguir.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
Nice.
Mama said laughs like a box of chocolates. I hope that's
There
it.
you go. Yeah. No, it's not. It's just a southern drawl. Si lo construyes, ellos vendrán.
If you build it, they will come? Field of Dreams?
Yes. Good. Veo gente muerta.
Give me a second. Say it one more time.
Veo gente muerta.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me?
No, it's I see dead people, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Last one. Houston, tenemos un problema.
Oh, Houston, we got a problem. Apollo 13?
There we go. Yeah, you got it. You got most. You got most that I thought you were going to get.
That's way more than I thought I would get, actually. A lot more.
All right. You can show this to your mom and see how proud she is of you.
Oh, God. Hey, Mom, here's your 20-year-old son who has a podcast that few people listen to, who lives in an apartment.
All right. You did a lot better. You did a lot better than I thought you were going to do. So that's great.
I appreciate that. Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, huh. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you've worked in an office setting for a while, right?
I have, yeah.
Do you guys ever have to do like the menial office bullshit that like you cringe at just a little bit?
Yeah.
Like okay. Curiosity, because
like what?
Okay, I'm pretty sure no one from my office is gonna listen to this episode. I hope. I haven't told them I have a podcast. Okay, so it was someone's birthday yesterday. Well, technically the birthday's on Sunday. So yesterday they did like a breakfast thing for him. He's a cool dude, good guy. Ricardo's a good dude. And they did like a breakfast thing for him. You know, hash brown, sausage, you know, all this stuff, and everyone's gathering and eating. And it's a really nice sentiment. Like genuinely, it's a nice thing. It's just I feel a little socially awkward because it's like I barely know all of you, and this feels a little cringe.
Like you're being forced to participate and engaged or something like that.
Yeah, because it's like look, they didn't force me to participate, but also you feel like the asshole if you're not there. Like you're the one dude in the office that doesn't go and grab breakfast and be like happy birthday.
Yeah.
And Lord knows I wasn't the asshole. I did stay in my office. Fuck you guys. I'm going to be in here and close the door. But I still felt real bad about it.
I feel like that goes away the more time that you spend there.
Like they give less of a shit, or like I get more comfortable with them.
You get more comfortable with it.
That's fair. It's weird.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to come
Look,
back?
it could have been way worse. The way my office worked is that I work with most of these people online because like we were still in the pandemic when I started working with them, and I only knew them as like the people inside my computer. And then when we all got back to the office, it was like, oh, you're real. You have a face. You have legs. It's weird.
Your face is not what I imagined.
It took a while. Yeah, like at
all.
Be
uglier.
Like there was one guy that came up to me and he was like, "Hey, Chema, it's great to meet you." And I was like, and I looked at his badge.
What the fuck are you?
I was like, which one are you? Like to me, you're just circles on Microsoft Teams. But no, you get used to it.
You're a person. You matter.
Yeah.
Right.
So what was the thing that you wanted to get back? All right.
We should probably talk about the movie. This disturbing fucking film.
Yeah.
Thank you for welcoming us.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
I'm Pennywise the Clown.
And this reviewing Barbarian, this is the rollback. Before we start, I want to formally and aggressively call out our other co-host Fernie, who did a little video review of this movie a month ago and said that it was directed by the same guy who directed It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. It's not. It's directed by Zach Krieger. It's his first movie. He was... I think he wrote the screenplay, or he was at least involved in like It, but no, he was not. Oh no, he wasn't even a writer for It. What the fuck was he to It? I guess he just produced it. He didn't even produce it. He was not involved at all in It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So no, not even a little. Some of the same producers worked on it. Check your fucking facts, Fernie. Okay. This is what you get. This is what you get when you're reviewing while playing video games and fucking grilling. Okay, we sit down to do this. Okay. Anyway, he's gonna beat me up. Anyway, Barbarian, directed by Zach Krieger, Fernie. Some stay for a night, some stay for a week, some never leave. In a town for a job interview, a young woman arrives to her Airbnb late at night, only to find that it has been mistakenly double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to stay the night anyway, but soon discovers that there is much more to be afraid in the house than the other house guests. So, this movie stars Georgina Campbell, who I don't recognize. I think she was in a really good Black Mirror episode, and that's kind of the most thing that I remember. Bill Skarsgård, who has gained notoriety as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. He was also the villain in Eternals, if you remember that. He was the voice of the villain, and of course Justin Long, who I think is the most famous recognizable person in this. I fucks with Justin Long. He's so funny.
I love how they meta fucked with us in the second half of this film. But let's talk about the first half real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before anything, what did you think? What were your expectations before watching it? What do you think?
I had no expectations going into this film. And all my it was good. It was scary. It was different. It was I don't know if it's 100% original, but it's definitely like a unique take on a horror film that I don't think we've seen before. I can't remember seeing a film very similar to this. Not to the best of my knowledge, at least. What about yourself?
I agree. I would put this movie on the same camp that I would put like X that we saw earlier this year. Like I think that's it's like a new type of horror, which is like both horror and kind of funny in how kind of awkward it is. Not in a negative way, just in a... And also that the villain or like the problem is a realistic thing. Like sure, it's exaggerated to the max, but this is not like a paranormal ghost possession haunted house kind of thing. Like this is like a possibility, like a strong possibility, in the same way that like X was. Or I just saw the A24 Bodies movie. That also felt like a realistic kind of thing. So I liked it. I like this new take. I love that it's not long. I love that it's like an hour and 40 minutes. And before we even start talking about the movie, what a great year for horror this has been. I mean, between this,
I'd say Smile. I'd include Smile in that.
X, Smile, The Black Phone. Jesus, like it's been a great
weird horror movies also.
For horror movies, right? And all throughout, Men. Yeah, weird, freaky horror movies, and I am into that. I love the things like this are happening. Nope, also. Yeah, loving this trend. All from First Kill. Also,
we're getting a lot of artistic horror films.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, and I think this one slides right in. So I enjoyed it. I love the performances, and I love just the weird, crazy concept. And I love that this all happens like as a big coincidence, because the real villain of this movie is Detroit, and you can't have shit in Detroit.
Didn't Detroit the city file for bankruptcy at one point?
So that's...
I'm like 99% sure Detroit actually filed for bankruptcy of their own volition.
If we want to go back in time and blame someone, this is Ronald Reagan's fault. And in the words of Huey Freeman from the Boondocks, Ronald Reagan was the devil.
Let's be real. Fuck Ronald Reagan. And you can fucking quote me on that in the future.
And everything that relates to him. So... Ronald Reagan. I love. There's some meme of like me at Thanksgiving dinners, and it's Huey Freeman from the Boondocks, and it's like Ronald Reagan was the devil.
Jesus. Okay, let's talk about this movie.
Oh God, I fucking love it. Okay, so
to start, I would not have like. How do I say this? The fact that Tess actually like enters the house with this stranger. Granted, she doesn't know who he is. She's out of options, but still, like I think that's the first spark that something's wrong.
Okay.
I don't know, man. And then there's some weird convention. Her and the guy hit it off, which is good. And I like how even he knows how awkward it is. Like, look, I wanted some wine, but I know if I opened it, you wouldn't want any because, so I waited for you to come out. Do you want some wine? Like, he's self-aware enough to know that, like, okay, this is a questionable situation. I need to put her at ease. But also, we all know who Bill Skarsgård is. We're like, okay, when is the shoe going to drop? No.
Okay. Yeah, he was kind of awkward, in a way that makes you question someone, but also like we don't know this guy. We don't know. We don't fucking know. And we're kind of like biased to not trust him because we know him as it. And I love how the movie plays with that because they do that with him, and then when it shows us Justin Long, which I think is totally like stunt casting, because you see Justin Long in a movie and you're like, oh, everything's all right. Yeah, like he's a good dude. Yeah, he's like you see him and you're like, oh, like yeah, of course everything's fine. And turns out he's not good. So it's kind of stunt casting. Like you expect Bill Skarsgård to be kind of the bad guy, and you expect Justin Long to be the good guy. And I love when they do something like that because our perceived notion immediately is to trust Justin Long, and no, he bad dude. No, and you want Georgina to be like the final girl. You want her to like make it at the end, and I love how the movie takes us in this like unexpected thing because when the movie starts and she takes a room, he takes the couch, and she forgets to like lock the door, and you see like the door getting open and he has having like these night terrors during the night. You don't trust him. You don't want to trust him. But then as the movie moves on and it changes, you're like, okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
Here?
Well, you can't help but like. Yeah. It's just an awkward situation in general, but the fact that she like scares him awake, it kind of puts you on the back foot of like, wait, I don't think it's him. The fuck is going on? So at that point, when I saw the trailers, I only knew about the two of them. I didn't know anything about the basement or I don't remember anything about Justin Long. So I'm like, okay, so maybe this is a haunted movie situation.
Yeah.
There's a ghost. Which, woo,
yeah.
Are there ghosts?
I thought the same thing.
So she goes to her interview, gets home. There's a homeless gentleman by the name of Andre, God bless his soul, trying to warn her, get the fuck out of that house. She thinks he's a threat. She goes inside, gets trapped in the basement, finds an opening to this weird tunnel where there's like a room with a videotape playing of breastfeeding. She gets trapped. Keith comes, saves her. And then she wants to get the fuck out because she thinks, oh, this was like human trafficking or something like that, which is understandable. He says, well, let me go check it out. Just make sure the door doesn't close on me. Poor foul war.
Yeah.
Goes down, and then shit gets real in the tunnels. Real fucking quick. She goes looking for him. Man, like, Tess did not deserve to get fucked over as hard as she did because she tried to save not one but two different people. So there's that.
Yeah. There's that. I love how the movie kept playing with the audience. Like, okay, is he to blame? When he's yelling for help and she's following him down the basement, and he says, "No, we have to go through here because I saw someone over there." You can't trust him yet. So you're thinking like, okay, what is he doing? Like, is he leading her to it? And then no, he gets like his fucking head smashed into the wall. And when it looks like she's gonna be the next in danger, the movie kind of stops and it cuts out. And then it like restarts with like Justin Long in this car because I knew he was in the movie, but I didn't see him in the trailers. I didn't know how involved he was. Like, what is his role in this? And then, oh, he's an actor. He's trying to make it, and then he gets Me Too'd. They implement Me Too into the movie, and at first, at least me, I was like, well, no, come on, like what's happening? Like what is happening to Justin Long? Why is this happening? And you kind of want to trust
Justin
him. It's
Justin
Justin
Long. They're playing with you on a meta level.
He's genuinely hurt by this.
Like, this guy's not a monster. He would never be a rapist.
Yeah. It's like yeah. It's like when they put Bo Burnham in Promising Young Woman. You're like, no, come on, Bo, no, you 8 foot tall lanky motherfucker, no. Yeah, so I think it was done on purpose, and but then when he gets to the house, which he owns. And I thought, okay, is this happening like another time? Is this happening before? Like, are we going back? But no, he gets there and he sees like everyone's stuff in there. And it's like, who rented this house? Like, what's happening? And then you immediately know that he's an asshole when two things happen. One, he calls his mom on the phone to try to explain what's happening. And his mom is like, well, are you coming to visit us? And like, he's there in Detroit, and he's like, yeah, I'll come some other time. Like, he's there. It's amazing. And then immediately when he hangs up the phone and he calls his friend and he yells out the F slur. Like, I did not see it coming at all. I was like, they had the balls to fucking do that. Like, that's how they want us to show that guy is like genuinely a bad guy. And then when he's explaining it to the friend, and they're like, "Oh no, you're an asshole!" Like, no, you're in the wrong point
where he's talking to his friend like, in the bar. I'm like, okay, he can't be an asshole. He can't be that bad. He can't be that bad. And he maybe he's not the. Like, I was trying to run it through. Like, is this a redemption story for a rapist? No way, they would never do that. And then he tells his friend, like, his friend says, "Hey man, bro to bro, man to man, did you do it?" And he's like, not really. Like, she just took some convincing, bro. You know what I mean? But she wanted it. It's like, Justin Long's a monster. God damn it.
Because that was insane. Like, when they kept, like, teasing, okay, what is she? Like, are they going to explain her? Or is this going to be, like, an unexplainable situation? And then we were shown, like, one more flashback of, like, way before of a father, you know, bringing in food for a family. And he mentions, like, oh, we're going to have a home birth. No midwife, you know, just us. And he went back home and is like, and we could hear, like, screaming and, like, pain. And we're like, okay, what's happening? What is this? And then when the homeless man explains it, it's like, wow. Like, that fucking rock star move. What the hell? That was like, I felt about this how I felt about, like, not the same, but similar to how when we saw Malignant last year. Like, yeah, the twist. I was like, oh wow, that's fucking genius. Like, that's so smart. That's so cool. That's original. That's so cool.
At fucking all.
Me neither. I was so surprised, and so I was enjoying it. I was really enjoying how raw and bloody and kind of disgusting and even.
But no, I think it's so interesting though how, like, so Justin gets taken by the mother. Tess tries to explain to him, like, she wants you to pretend like you're her baby. Like, play along, we'll find a way out. He doesn't know how. She's trying to force him to breastfeed. Tess finds a way out. He manages to get away. And Tess is, like, adamant. Like, she even gets the fucking cops involved, and I get pissed off at this part. Because the cops just, like, look at her like she's a crackhead or something. Like, judging her by her looks.
Yeah.
On one side, I get it. On the other side, dude, she is telling you that there's a problem in there. You need to investigate. They refuse. They just fucking refuse. And then Justin Long finds this old son of a bitch. And I think, does he point to the videos to be like, play them? Or something? And he...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man in the bed, yeah.
And sure enough, his name's Frank, I'm sorry. Frank tells Justin Long's character to play the tape. And it's a tape of him raping a woman. And the balls on Justin Long to call him a sick motherfucker. When it's like, dude, you're looking at yourself. You understand that, right? Like, you're looking at you in a light. And you call him a sick son of a bitch. What are you? And maybe, just maybe, is this trying to be a redemption story? Possibly, but it's not. It doesn't end up. He ends up shooting.
It does.
Frank ends up putting a gun in his mouth and pulling the trigger. Justin Long's able to get the gun. He's on his way out. Tess, God bless her, decides to go back down there to try and save him herself. Gets shot. That's not the part that makes him a son of a bitch, though. He gets her. He helps her up. Gets her out. Andre helps them to a corner. He's like, oh, she's been inbred from decades or whatever, this and this. The mother breaks through a fucking wall, kills Andre. Justin Long leaves Tess there and runs ahead of her. They go up a water tower, runs ahead of her. And the mother's coming at them. And she's wait,
she has a bad leg because she got shot by him.
You son of a bitch. And on this rooftop, Justin Long says, we both can't make it, but I can. And he grabs her by the head and says, hey, here's your baby, and throws her off. And the mother jumps to save Tess and saves her. And then...
Yeah. I had no idea what the plan was there. I will admit, pretty metal image of like the mother jumping to like save her. That's a fucking great image of just like her like ah, and like it was all played out so the pacing was great because he just kept, we see him like coming down and we see her like, oh, she caught her, like she's safe, she's alive, and he's trying to like apologize or something, and that obviously Justin Long wouldn't survive Zombieland because you double tap that motherfucker, you go back because she was still alive, like when she fell.
So, and a brutal like head severing. So we get to see
Justin Long die, like hands to the eyes.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And in a way that you can tell was done with like practical effects. The most tragic character in this whole film is trying to tend to Tess. Yeah.
And in this moment, you forget that she killed Keith.
Yeah.
And you just feel sorry for her as Tess puts a gun to her head, and she's just like, go back, like. Oh man, like put her out of my misery.
Yeah.
And Tess is forever scarred and battle tested.
Put her out of this misery. Yeah. And so she shoots her.
Dude, I wouldn't want that job. Fuck that job.
She better have gotten that job. She better have gotten that job after everything she went through.
Hey. What if there's another?
She's not going to stay in that same section of Detroit. I guess she'll just go somewhere else if she has money. Oh yeah, because that's like the one thing that I felt like the movie kind of left hanging. There's a moment where the Andre mentioned, when he's telling like all the backstory, he goes, "She's not the worst thing to come out of there."
Barbarian
like,
2.
Are you fucking sure? Like, what's the other thing? Oh my god. So that's the movie, and the twists, the turns, the tension. I had so much fun with this. I love that we're getting a lot of original stories. Like, they're not based on anything. They're not a remake of anything. They're just fun, crazy ass stories with like a limited budget. The movie's not too long. This is. These are things I want to see.
I really liked it. So, it was not what I was expecting by any stretch of the imagination. I love how meta it got. I love how it turned what you thought was the villain into almost a redemptive hero in the mother. It turned the guy that you thought was going to be a good person into, quite frankly, an unlikable son of a bitch.
Yeah.
In Justin Long. No, I like this film through and through. I thought it was great.
Find something to watch. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for watching. This was.
All right. Don't start recording though.